Hey everyone, the Joyful Yogini here. It's time for the weekly reading. This reading is going to be from October the 3rd till October the 9th, but really anytime you're drawn to watching is when you're meant to get the messages. I'd already started videotaping this. I had pulled a few cards, which I hadn't even looked at, and then Chewy knocked over my my phone stand, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna start over. So I'm starting over, and I already have some cards pulled. But please share in the comments how the past little while has been for you, or what is going on right now. Because in some cases, I'll go through stuff and then other people will end up going through similar stuff. And so I feel like I might be going through it first just to help you like walk through whatever you're going through. He's like pushing his bum into my hand, like, please rub it. Here, Chew, just come here, just relax, come on. So I had a lot of fears coming up before going on a beautiful, amazing vacation that I went on. I was in Roatan, but I had fears coming up, worried about sharks, and while I was snorkeling, and I've been in the ocean many times, but it's because I had this dream a little while ago, and I thought, oh no, I'm gonna get bitten by a shark, and like, I gotta work through this. And then the culture shock of the environment that we were in and the village that we were staying in, and seeing people walking around with machetes and stuff. It's their tool, right? For getting coconuts, for spearing fish, for getting sugar cane. But for me, the association of a knife is like, that's a weapon, right? So I needed to like work through that. And all of this was meant to be, it was all beautiful divine timing to release those fears. So you might be releasing some of your own fears right now in whatever area of your life. So just pay attention to whatever's coming up. And one of the insights that I had, and then I'll go over the cards that I pulled, I'll look at them as well, was when I was snorkeling, we would have fun following these schools of fish. So there'd be these huge schools of colorful fish, either all these blue fish or these yellow and white fish, about 150 of them, and then we would follow them. And what I noticed is they would just follow the current. So sometimes they'd be going this way together, and then they'd move this way, and then this way. And when I swam with them, it was so much easier to maneuver through the water as opposed to going through any currents and needing to paddle those feet so fast, trying to move forward. And so we can take that analogy with us through life, right? As opposed to swimming against the current. And what I mean by that is when stuff comes up, sometimes we can fight against what is the way things are rolling out, the way things are happening, what we have to do. And it'd be like, no, this sucks, I don't want to do it. And then, or fight against it and trying to make something work, trying to make something fit. Work against your being so tired and not having the energy to put forth towards something, but forcing yourself because you feel like, I gotta get it done, right? That's all evidence of going against the current. So the more we can embrace what is presenting and flow with it. You know, sometimes you might need to let go of some thoughts about the way things should be or has to be, or, you know, fighting against the way someone else is behaving. Well, I'm not going to let them get away with that, right? Then that can also be fighting against the current. Sometimes it's just so much easier to let go and flow. So that's one of my new mantras. It's let go and flow. And sometimes I'm going to be better at remembering that than other times. And so we also need to be gentle on ourselves. But the more we can remind ourselves about the let go and flow, the easier life is going to be for us. All right, so let's see. And if you celebrate Canadian Thanksgiving, it's coming up at the end of this week. So happy Thanksgiving. And I hope you have a wonderful time with family, friends, or even just if you celebrate on your own, find things that you're in gratitude for. And if you're not celebrating Thanksgiving this weekend, gratitude is always amazing, right? Gratitude can shift our vibration and help to bring more abundance, more things that you're in gratitude for. Okay, so I have 3 cards. I'm gonna tell you about the one in the middle right to start. So the first one is Crocodile, primal strength and creation. So first of all, we see the crocodile by the water, and a water is about cleansing out. It's about cleansing emotions. It's about shifting. I also see it as new beginning. So right now I'm getting the visual of the crocodile and its nest of eggs. So I also associate a crocodile with fertility, but also being a wonderful mother and taking care of their creation. So crocodiles are very strong, and they can be fierce when they need to be fierce. And when I think about them even plodding along the earth, they are, I think about that in a, how do I put words to it? Because I'm feeling the energy of it. It's that grounded strength, and then also knowing how to adapt. So when you think about a crocodile and, you know, during the hot times of the day, it will be underwater staying cool. And then it will bask in the sun to warm themselves and then cool and warm. And it just working. So the way I'm associating with us is finding that own internal balance. Like, what do you need between rest and action? With the foods that you're eating and the hydration that you're getting the self-care that you need in order to be within your strength and power, because we are going through a cleansing process right now. We just had a full moon, and we have a solar eclipse that's coming up as well. So it's a really powerful time for transformation, and now is the time to take action and move forward in what feels right for you. If you're in a place of not knowing what to do, I don't want you knocking over my phone again, mister. Take the time to slow down, to meditate, to breathe, just to reset and calibrate yourself. And then the messages will come for you or come through you. The next one is Badger, self-reliance and practical pursuits. So it is a time for us to be independent in our actions. You know what? I'm hesitating there because partnerships would be really advantageous right now. But this is referring to, there's going to be some stuff that you need to do. You need to get some shit done. And that independence, that yes, I can do this on my own. There's going to be some times where you might feel alone. You might be going through some uncomfortable situations where no one else has the time to be able to, let's say, assist you because they're going through their own stuff right now. So, but this is the message that it's okay. Like, whatever you are facing, you've got this. Now, if you are feeling like you need emotional or mental support, or physical support, like whatever it is, please still reach out, because we have physical resources. We have people in our life. There's organizations out there. So please don't stop yourself from reaching out for help. But if there is a time where no one seems to be available, know that you've got this. And if you're drawn to doing a one-on-one session with me, just send me a DM. I can send you my calendar and we can book something as soon as possible, okay? And then the next one is Sea Turtle, persevere to achieve. Persevere to achieve. You know the visual I just got? Even though I was sharing, go with the flow. Sometimes you might feel like all the work that's in front of you. It might feel like you're swimming against the current, because sometimes it can be maybe a little tumultuous, right? Or there's pressure that you need to push through to get things done. Maybe it's just simply discomfort. Oh, that didn't feel so good when that person said that, or I needed to experience that. That didn't feel so good. So sometimes that can feel like against the current, a little bit tough. Keep plodding forward, because this is prime time right now to move through what you're moving through. And that might sound a little bit odd, but I'm also keeping this general. So, you know, with me, I even had emotions coming up yesterday, and I was noticing them, and they felt a bit uncomfortable. And I noticed the pattern, right? Like the pattern throughout my life around not being enough, or not being accepted, or being rejected. So I noticed it, but I also know that it's BS. You know, it's like a pattern of thought. But hey, it comes from the experiences that we've had and how maybe people have treated us in the past. And that's what we see as being evidence. But it's the way we might have been treated in the past can come from other people's distortion of their perceptions. So we have to see through the bullshit and realize that, so what? If other people aren't Chewy, if other people aren't going to accept you, or don't want to work with you, or no longer want to be friends with you, or connected on, let's say, a love level with you, sexual, emotional, whatever, it's not that you're a bad person or not enough. It is actually amazing that this stuff is rolling out, because we're in a place of embracing ourselves and aligning ourselves with what is right for us. So when things are not flowing a particular way, think of it as, it's like saving you. And so what's a better word to put it? It's helping to direct, the universe is helping to direct you in a way that is more aligned with who you are. So if you have been focusing on, this is what I want in my life, you know, like, I want to hang around these type of people. I want to have a job that fulfills me in this way. I want to have a financial freedom or flow that feels like this, so I can do this and this. Then trust that these other things are falling away because they're not in alignment with you. So you can actually celebrate that. Now, mind you, it feels like shit in the moment, maybe, right? Like just like yesterday, I'm like, well, that didn't happen, and that didn't happen. So despite it, you know, we can celebrate that it feels crappy, because it is the misalignment that you were saved from. How about we put it that way? So with the card, with crocodile being the center card, it is us being within our strength. And the card is primal strength and creation, right? So when we are strong in who we are and what is right for us, and trusting in that, we're going to create awesomeness. They keep on showing me crocodile eggs, right? Like this is, and the eggs are already there. So they just need to stay warm. So they're showing me like the basking in the sun and all that. And if you are in Ontario, Canada right now, we've had some really warm days. And today is going to be another very warm day. But you can think about that warmth and is part of the incubation stage. And if you've been wanting things to like happen and it hasn't happened yet and it should have happened already in your perception of what you've wanted, trust that it just hasn't hatched yet. But those eggs are going to hatch, and keep focusing on the brilliance that you are creating, because you are a creator. So that is the weekly reading. If you want to sign up for a one-on-one session or maybe one of my yoga classes, so you can join online or in person. And I think that's it. Yeah, I posted a video about what is unique to my classes, so you might want to check that out and see. If you're coming in person, I do have a home studio, and I had someone yesterday said, you know, not everyone is comfortable with going to someone's home. Like, it doesn't necessarily have the association of a yoga studio, a feel of a yoga studio. And I'm glad she shared that with me, because I can understand that. But something, I'm a lot of ums today. Something that I also want to share that is very different, that I love about doing it in my home studio, is that I set the energy in here. No one else has been in my studio before you get here. And I set the energy, I get the vibration of the essential oils going on the floors in the space. I get the solfeggio frequency going through my house, even sometimes hours before. Sometimes I have incense going on and when you come in, because I wanted to clear that space. And when you go into other buildings and stuff, you're not always going into a clean, clear space energetically. And so my classes are intimate, you know, I can only have like 6 people here, and I love that. And it creates a special type of connection between all of us. So it's not going to be for everyone if you're feeling like you totally need a dedicated, this is a yoga studio on the side of a street, right? But I'm also going to be open to see where the universe takes me. Who knows? Maybe I'm meant to go to an outside studio. So I'm going to be open, and I'm going to flow like that school of fish. Let's just flow and see where this goes. So from my light to yours, namaste, and enjoy your flow. Bye.